not talking about 2027 election or going to parties. We are looking at, having Quranic education vis-a-vis the Western world. Someone recently accused you that you didn't build or complete any new school as a governor. How will you react to this allegations?
Well, you need to go and read my manifesto. You know, what we do here is that we don't read people's manifesto and know what they promised. When I was campaigning to be governor, as you know, and I'm sure you're aware, there was a term for nearly 2 years, the schools were shut in Anambra State. And everybody listened to, even yesterday when we were at Kaduna, a bishop said it, the Anambra school system went very low in rating. When I was campaigning to be governor, I said I'll change the educational system in Anambra State where schools and our children will never be closed. I'll make sure I give the best to education. When I was coming to Anambra to be governor, we have what we call male-girl-child issue, where most of the males were not in school. I said I'll reverse that. And I'll make sure that Anambra State becomes one of the best. And when I started, we were number 26, 27, Wayaka and Neko. By the time I left, we were number 1. That is what. When I went to Anambra State, I know the state of the schools. When I left, every secondary school in Anambra State had, like I said, a borehole, they had computers, they had vehicles, they have generator. No other state in this country, not one, will say they were able to fit. You can go and ask even providers of computer. Even had, every secondary school had internet. You can go and ask one of the famous makers of computer sets. Let me remember their name now. No, Zynos is the agent we use, but it's what we bought was the HP. When we ordered computers and desktop tech from HP, they told us, printers, everything. They say, no government can afford this. But we bought them at a go, 30,000 complete sets for our various schools. No government was able to do that. We were able to train our teachers and everything. And the result is what you're seeing today. And to even go further, while I do not know who said that, and I don't want to know, but let me help you further. The only measure of development while I served as a governor is Millennium Development Goals, which was initiated in the year 2000 with Nigeria and over 150 countries as signatories. That is what China used to change. The MDG goals by the year 2008. That is clear 8 years after I had started. But by the time it was concluded in 2015, Anambra was number 1 in the implementation of that. I was even invited to United Nations to come and talk about my experience. That is measured by UNDP. This is not a measurement where you say Peter has scored himself high. And I can tell you, our school, our hospitals, and our system became model for every other person. So I believe that we did the right thing. Those who are looking for the wrong thing, what I promised the people are delivered. I live in Anambra State today. I live in Onitsha. I'm just going there now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Just like talking about things like that. So why are you not thinking of other solutions rather than getting the water and using bigger things that might erode boreholes across the country. That's number one. Then, your former DG campaign, Dr. Leo, said that your mind has never been in the Labour Party. Ahead of 2027, firstly, did you agree with him? Was he speaking your mind that Labour Party is just a kind of special vehicle for you to realize your ambition? Then the second part of that question is, if Labour Party didn't work in 2027, are you moving or where would you like to move?
Well, let me again assure you, I'm not talking about the next election. I'm talking about solving the problem of Nigeria. The next election will come in 2027. Nobody knows who will contest in 2027 or those who will not contest. I'm preoccupied as a politician for now to deal with issues that affect the ordinary Nigerian. In terms of borehole, I said it's a temporary, short-term measure before you have water. If you have a situation where you have accident today, let me tell you, and they take you to hospital, and you need blood, there's an occasion where they will use a bit of a matching blood to deal with the system first until they get the right thing. So it is important that you understand. I didn't say this should be the solution. When I was governor, I did borehole in all the secondary schools. I know that when I was a student, we had a pipe-borne water in the school. But I did borehole because that was a short-term measure. Other people will now continue and do so. We must find a short-term solution to be able to get people to have potable water. And on what is in my mind, only God knows.
Point, please. After you spoken, point, please.
Okay. John Akubo is the name. I write for the Guardian. As we are talking about potable water, digging borehole. I don't know if you remember that electricity is a problem now. To even pump the water. What is your thought about that? Okay. Then, on the issue of your party, a recent convention by the party portrayed a dysfunctional party, and your foray into politics using Labour Party gave an image to Labour Party. Now that there is a disarray, is it not a moral burden that where you were, things that are unimaginable, things that the existing parties, APC and PDP, never did, the Labour Party is doing it. The convention took place without the normal World Congress and the rest of them, and at the convention, they handed over the ticket of 2027 to you, and that of Abia State Governor. Don't you think everything is abnormal here?
Let me tell you, as you imagine the abnormality in Labour Party, it is not anything to be compared with what is happening in the other two parties. It is far minor, and it's something that will be dealt with. We're dealing with a system. Every system has its up and down, and it will be managed and everything. And I assure you, this will also be dealt with. There's nothing out of control in this exercise. Things go wrong and it's corrected. And I assure you, we'll deal with it. But again, I don't want to focus, but let's focus on the poor people of Nigeria.
My name is I write for Nigerian Tribune. Two questions. One is a follow-up to the issue of the borehole. We know that the technology related to cracking hills, rocky plains to pull out the stones we use either for house weakens the strength of the whole. And that is where I have a concern with the issue of having boreholes in repeat across the country as a short-term measure. Because in the long term, how will these holes be filled back to be able to reduce that issue of the simple geography will anticipate that earthquake and other result from shift. And when you have such weakness in multiple places, that may cause that. Then we can't run away from your party, sir, because it is a vehicle that brought you more to many Nigerians than the fewer Nigerians who knew you before the 2023 election. I do know that in one of the briefings, I was not there, but I read it. You said that, I think you said that an auditor has been hired to look into the books of the party when the issue of the monies were coming up, so that we have it there. What is the status of that? And why is nothing seem to be heard about?
Thank you. Have you ever heard that other parties audited the accounts?
No, the Labour Party is...
Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that. We're not going to be reporting to you daily on the auditor's report. It is when the auditors ring through, and if you want a daily report on the auditors, we direct it to the auditors. They don't report to me daily. It is only when they finish. It could take them months, it could take them years. Even in their financial system, it takes years to audit an account.
So it is ongoing.
All I know is that we have engaged somebody. So that's it. And that's what we need to do. We can only come back to you to talk about it when it's finished. On the other issue, like I said, we are being consumed in the process of today and yesterday. If there's no crisis in the Labour Party, does it in any way solve my challenge that I'm appealing today? It will not provide water. Will it deal with the imaginary school system? No. I came to appeal for a different thing. And I listened to your concerns. And we will deal with that concerns. But please, I'm pleading with you, do not allow that to undermine my appeal. My appeal is what will help the poor people live a better life. That's what I go around. I've been going around this country trying to help in any way I can. And I'm appealing to other people to do the same thing. And that appeal, I need to enlist you as a partner, the press as partner, to help us to continue that direction without allowing it to be muddled up with the issue of party or no party. People, when we drill water, there's no party involved. There's no this. When I talk the issue of road now, is there any road built by any party? We want to road so people will pass. So let's deal with issues. Is there any party that buys food cheaper? So you say, if we solve this, it would have solved this. So let's deal with issues that are bothering our people today.
The last of
Okay, sir.
Anna.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, there is this talk of an alliance between you and Atiku to form a legal party.
Again, we're going back to my appeal. My appeal this morning is about issues that bother on people. If there's an alliance, will it provide potable water? Will it drill a borehole? If there's an alliance, will it make school work? I will appeal that we concentrate on this my challenge and leave everything. The day we discuss politics, I assure you people I'll spend time with you. Today is strictly to appeal. And I want to enlist you people. In your villages, what I'm saying today is that. And what we're doing in this country is not fair to the people of the country, because we bother ourselves on issues of election, transaction, all sorts of things that does not concern the people. It is about the people. I've never gone to any of where I'm drilling borehole or paying for people to eat and everything and mention party. I will even tell them, I'm not here on campaign. You can vote whoever you want to when the campaign comes. However, I'm here to ensure that I support your well-being. And the well-being of the poor people is my concern 24 hours.
Thank you very much for coming out. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you.
He didn't score himself. UND scored him.